really the reason we're here for is actually this creepy little game called Mundaun, I guess. I actually don't speak Ghreto-Romanic, so and I think that was one of the things. So many people don't know. Like for many people, Switzerland is that's kind of a country where people have kind of like a German accent. It's just Germany with more mountains, basically. Um, and actually, Switzerland is a country that was collected together from four surrounding cultures. So there's a good chunk that's German, there's a good chunk that's French, there's a good chunk that's Italian, and there is a chunk that is Romanic. And so that's a like a mountain region where they were speaking a language very similar to Latin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's actually, despite there also being Italian, which is a direct descendant from Latin, Romanic, apparently by virtue of being locked in that valley of its own, is kind of a language that is closer to Latin than Italian. So if you want to get any idea of, I'm not quite sure in what way, like if it's pronunciation wise or if it's just grammar wise. I think it's the second, but not super sure. So anyway, so there are four languages in Switzerland, and apparently the people who made this kind of put a lot of effort into, and I guess they are from that area, I don't know, put some effort into using that language in the game, which makes it more mysterious and probably means I'm going to have to read a lot of subtitles out loud. I had a manager once who repeatedly said that everyone in Switzerland speaks French, only because I reacted to that once with a speech like yours, and she wanted to provoke me again. Yeah. So we have this game, and there will probably be a lot of weird language, and it's tagged as a walking simulator, so I guess it will be like um, more like Ethan Carter and less like Monkey Island or whatever else Myst that we've played. And apparently, they have an interesting art style that is supposed to evoke pencil sketches, so we'll see how that works. Also, this Romansh language needs to be kept alive and needs more games that use it. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Like Welsh and a few other languages in the world, it's one of those languages that's kind of in danger of no longer. Like most young people maybe learned it as a kid, but then with all their friends they speak, German or French or Italian, and so it's a language that fewer and fewer people speak each year, and even fewer people speak as their first language. Alright, so let's click new game and see what happens.
Car Curdin,
Dear Curdin,
bia ons învergai de pic che stau siceu,
many years have passed since you were here with us.
eu sto mal che hai nauschas novas per te.
It saddens me to be the bearer of bad news.
Il clavau de teu car tat Florin ai berjaus giù,
There has been a fire in the barn of your dear grandfather Florin.
cura che ti leges quelles linhas et el dedizza traus.
By the time you read this, he will have long been buried.
I è buon necessari che ti fecces il leun viadi si cheu.
There is no need for you to make the long journey up here. Oh, this is a bus. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of very Swiss.
Ti sas denton esser sigirs, Florin aveva fetg pudentai, ed ella era los sintai.
Be assured that Florin loved you very much and was proud of you.
Signau plavon Jeremias, visneunca de Mundaun.
Signed, Father Jeremias, Parish of Mundaun. So I guess it's more like an E that it's pronounced. Wow, we're above the clouds. Okay, that's a gorgeous start already. It's this is a thing in Switzerland, that there are like, since there's so many valleys, usually there is train connections between most things, and then if you have to get to a smaller area, it's you take a bus between those, and there's like buses that look very much like this. Although this is like a slightly older model, I guess. Okay, so we have a journal. And we have a picture of that priest, I guess. And his letter. So I guess we're archiving all this stuff.
Si già è curioso vide quella breve.
Something about Jeremiah's letter feels old.
E stos vese come sadens els che schabiau.
I need to see with my own eyes what happened. You can open your journal at any time to the first page to see your current tasks. Investigate, burnt down, whatever it is. That horn is typical for these buses. Di-da-do.
Io hai blidau coccala c'agera sparta quai mondi il mond plin in giù.
I forgot how the fog tends to separate this world from the one below.
Il clavau de tazza s'anfla, se s'inflava alla fin de quella senda.
Grandpa's barn was right up this path. Oh, there's the horn symbol. Okay, walk. So that's probably where we came from. Oh, by the way, you don't see that behind me. But there's like this load image that is basically like a little circle with some writing in it, I think, and a robed figure in the middle. And, not writing, it's like numbers from a clock in Roman numerals. And the person has like an arm that like just like rotates to show all the numbers. It's an interesting design. So this, I think, is where we came from because it has the post symbol. And the bus brings the mail as well. Yeah, like these buses are basic, or I mean, I don't know how much of that is still the case today because they also split up the different companies. But like originally that was, they had, the postal service had buses running, you know, like containing mail and running like tours of all these different villages that didn't have like their own train connection or whatever. And what they then did was, well, if we're running buses anyway, we can make buses that have storage in the bottom for the mail. And since these villages usually didn't get that much mail, you know, an entire bus usually had enough room to have people in the top. And so that way they got in the transportation business. And I mean, that's how basically many countries, at least in Europe, I don't know how it is in the US, how it went. Like in Europe, basically it started out with horse riders that carried like single messages for the king to a different town or whatever. And then that over time became, you know, more of a business where anyone could go and say, here, I need a message transported, and then like once a day there was a rider to the next town, and that way the messages were handed off and ended up in the right town, hopefully. And then when that became even more common, instead of just one rider with a bag, they had a carriage with the mail in it, and then of course that meant in that carriage maybe there was also room to transport people. You know, it was just like regular connections between places, or sometimes it was just every every carriage also took on a bunch of mail.
Quella via maina agli auto da posta.
This is the way back to the bus.
Ma io sono un po' pronto ad abbandonare Mundaun.
But I'm not yet ready to leave Mundaun. Okay, what I expected. So I assume, like, I think, like, from the picture, it looks like we're the girl in the picture. But I guess they didn't have a budget for voice actors or something? Because the main character has a male voice? Or is the girl someone we'll meet later? Investigate the burnt down barn. Here.
Avon in perdisa eu surveniu quella brev da plevon Jeremias.
I received this letter from Father Jeremiah some days ago.
El scrive che meu tazza di morts e las flommas can destruiu seu clavau.
It says that my grandfather lost his life when his barn burned down.
Cu la speranza da venissi su da pli, sono viaggiaus e las montagnas del Mundaun.
Anxious to find out more, I made the journey into the mountains of Mundaun. Okay, so Dear Kurdin, so I guess that could be a man's name, I don't know. You may remember that I mentioned that a common trick to do grass in a game is just to basically make a cardboard stand-up of grass, put it in the three-dimensional scenery, and then have it always, you know, face the player, so that if I turn, it turns with me. Look at the grass in front of us, because like it's big and you can actually see it turning. Of course, the trick is usually, because they turn in place, that you use like small, thinner slips of grass, and so you don't see the, you know, it's only like the middle of the grass is turning, but the other grass next to it is standing in the same spot. But you know, it doesn't really hurt in this game, because this game is so highly stylized, and what it actually does is kind of it's almost disconcerting. It feels like you're being watched by the grass. There's a weird vignette like around the entire picture. I guess the idea is these are old photos. Sounds like a goat. That seems a slightly dry river. Oh, and a sign. That's also this style of sign is also very... Oh, it automatically zooms me in. Like these three little bars on the pointy end of the sign, that's also like something that you see in Switzerland. So it's all these little details. I don't remember like if they're... I don't remember what these bars meant. I just remember seeing them. So it could be that they were just like, if it's a city, then this bar is one color, and if it's a, you know, like a lake or something, it's a different color. Or it could be that it has the distance or something. I don't quite remember actually.
Quella via maina alla casa veglia de Tat e della caplotta de Jeremias.
That's the way to Grandpa's old house and Jeremiah's chapel. Okay. This is the language is cool because hello? I don't even have to push a button to pet the goat.
Hallo ti. Hey, ce fa stickel?
What are you doing here? Cute. Oh, I guess that's where they put up the straw to dry. It's a picture of a burning house. And it breathes. I think we're not super happy about this.
Il clavau de Tat.
Grandpa's barn.
Barjaus giù il talite.
Completely burned out.
Requiescat in pace.
That's actual Latin. Rest. May he rest in peace.
Ruausa in pace. Se sbaglio il bodel tot fatg cum meu latin de scola.
Rest in peace if my school Latin can be trusted. It should be a fairly... Like, you can hear... So the problem with Latin is that it's been so long ago that nobody really knows how it was pronounced. But also, what is known about Latin pronunciation comes from, like, you know, knowing words in other languages and going like, okay, if they transcribed this word in this weird way, it must have sounded like this when they heard it. You know, so if you hear like requiescat, then you might transcribe it as a W, like almost like wequiescat. You know? And on the other hand, if it sounds like requiescat, then it might turn more into a D in a language that doesn't roll their R's. You know, they might have go like dedequiescat or something. And by things like that, you can then go, okay, it must have been a rolled R sound because this country would otherwise have transcribed it most likely as a W. Because they didn't have the sound. And so that way you can actually find out, like get hints at how something was pronounced. And then of course we have languages descended from Latin, like Romansh, like Italian, like French and Spanish, but they have changed a lot over the years and gotten influences from other languages. But you can go, okay, these three languages, 1,000 years after, you know, Rome and Latin, have the same sound for this particular word. So it's very likely that that's because how it sounded from Latin. And some poetry. Its meter and rhyme shows how syllables were pronounced in certain eras, otherwise it wouldn't rhyme. Yeah, that too. If you know that, like, Latin poems kind of weren't like modern poems in English or German where like the ending of a word, like I don't know, I saw a big house, out of it looked a mouse or something. That's like not a very good rhyme because I'm just making it up on the stand. But like the endings have to sound the same basically. And in other languages where the endings are predetermined by the position in the sentence, like French even, where a lot of words just end in blah blah or something like that. And so rhyming is almost too easy, and you don't find it, and it's not a show of creativity or of skill with language or anything like that. Um, and there, in some other languages, build different rules for what is a creative rhyme. And in Latin, what they did was basically emphasize more that something fit a rhythm. And so you just like go by the syllables and by which is the emphasized syllables and which is the unemphasized. And so if by the modern pronunciation a word would have an unemphasized syllable in a spot in a poem where it should be emphasized, then that's a strong hint that they pronounced it differently. That the emphasis one was, that the emphasis was in the middle of the word instead of the emphasis, and things like that. Um, yeah, but I mean, you've heard from like hearing him speak now. It almost sounds more like Portuguese. And so the problem is like most schools teach Latin pronunciation in a simplified form because since we don't really know how most of it was pronounced, it's kind of pointless to pick um, a most likely, like 10% most likely pronunciation and just say it's probably that, and to teach people what we think the pronunciation might have been, which is usually considered to be pretty close to Italian, actually, like just from like the tone and the R's and the vowels and things like that. And so, what a lot of teachers do is like they get the basics, and then they just let students use the sounds from their language. So they don't say requiescat, but they let you say requiescat or something like that. Because, like teaching someone how to roll the R in a language that they will never speak with someone else um, is kind of pointless. And I mean, that depends a lot on like what teacher you have and what country you go to school in, of course, or even what state of that country depending on which part of your country makes the decisions about education. And so, on the one hand, yeah, there seems to be some difference because, as I said, like Romansh sounds almost Portuguese, whereas Latin, as far as I know, is more Italian in sound. So I guess that means it's the grammar of the language that's closer to Latin. It's kind of interesting that it's like that Latin is seen so different. Oh, seems like that's two cows who died in there. Oh, it seems I have a body. That's cool. Not every game gives your character a body. I don't really see feet. But I mean, we can see our stomach, so that's cool. Not sure we can do anything in here. Oh, by the way, is that here? Yeah. The settings in this game are kind of weird. Because, for example, hey, I have a field of view slider, but it doesn't show me, like, how many degrees is this. Because, like, I know usually I need at least 90 degrees to not get motion sick. And often I go like to 100 or something, but it's kind of difficult to tell here. And of course, if I do too much field of view, then yeah, that won't be too that means that it can also make me seasick. But alright, let's see what else can we see there. This looks like we might be able to walk in, which is of course totally safe to walk on a burned house's first floor. I'm expecting to be crashing down every second, any second. Seems like there's another ramp or something. And that's pretty much it. What's that sign back there? That still seems to be intact. Oh, back to the bus. Okay. So the question is... do we go in there, or whatever it does, or do we let it touch us? It's kind of nice that all the games these days are made with like Unity or something, so a lot of the standard key bindings are just in there and people don't bother changing them. Like being able to press space to run faster. So I think we'll first try the other way. Try if we can go through here.
Ja figyelsz meglio de miran toren in pau von ki vina von.
I should investigate before moving on. Okay, I guess we're very linear. Ooh, and that's a nice hill. Nice mountain.
Il Mundaun è già covrez con knife.
Ah, so there's a mountain called Mundaun. Mundaun is already snow-covered.
Con excepzione dils pets giumalins.
Except the black twin peaks.
Sin quels ai mai knife.
They never gather any snow. Cool. I looked it up, and those 3 striped arrows on the way sign indicate how difficult it will be to walk there. For example, is it just a walk, or a hill mountain hike, or alpine hiking, mountaineering? Ah, okay. That makes sense. It kind of sounds like the thing you should know if you spend any extended time in Switzerland. I don't know why I don't. Painting. Voice from Warren Help. Okay, we're just...
Passa bene, mia giovane.
Well, my boy.
Posso seguire non?
Are you looking to follow your granddaddy?
Aitra, ade specifiche ciot.
Step right in, it's nice and warm here. Who are you?
Già, un miglia mide non.
Let's say I'm an old friend of your grandpa.
Sai liber mai!
Let go of my hand.
Scusa ti vost.
As you wish.
Ma cu prima de regali cacciosa, perché tu am tinha di mind.
But first I'll gift you something, so you'll remember me.
Un om, il abitant così spürt dat mem.
A man is only as good as his handshake. I guess we have a burnt hand, and oh, we are inside the room that our grandfather apparently died in.
Diaus en ciel.
Dear God,
Dat.
is that you, Grandpa?
El sto vesenteu che l'era saraus en.
He must have realized that he was trapped.
Sesa simplement cheu a specchia sil feuc.
Just sitting and waiting for the fire. I don't like this art style. It's creepy.
La pipa carezzada de tat.
Grandpa's beloved pipe.
Io salvale la scomemoria.
I'll take it as a keepsake. Find tobacco for the pipe, optional.
Io vengo d'un flyne via per rompere quella maledizione. Tat.
I will find a way to lift this curse, Grandpa. So I guess Grandpa is Dat, because that's the word that always showed up. And curse, he said malediction, which is, maledictio is Latin. So that's cool to hear that word. There's a picture in there.
Zici ha spindrau quella del feu che impegna.
The oven protected this from the fire.
Dat sto ve mes liennela perché ho amfriella.
Grandpa must have put it here for me to find. Okay, this looks like Grandpa with us, with the player character, maybe?
Una fotografia veglia da mai sca a fond insieme con tat.
An old photograph of me as a boy with Grandpa.
E sevel scibuglient sil muvel e fidievel sca da di con el.
I love to sit in the Movil and pretend to drive it. I don't know, is Movil a car brand or a like a harvester or something, or I don't know that word.
Si la varta vos ha una schizza.
On the back of is a diagram of some kind. Oh, and Skizze sounds like Skizze, which is a German word for like a draft, a sketch. Okay. There's a diagram. Okay, it's like a circle going through something in the middle. And it says first the left one. And second the right one, I guess. Okay, I guess that's... Is that Grandpa or is that the other face we saw in the fire? That's a sketch of the burned house. And that's the weird person we couldn't see that is painting what's going on. Oh, can we maybe... Can we crouch? No. We can't open the second one, it seems. Yeah, we can't. It looks like it should be movable, but it isn't. How is sketch of the fire inside the burned house? No, it's not a sketch of the fire. It's that's just what we sketched as we saw it. This is the sketch that was in the burned house. Okay, so how does one get out of here? Oh. Oh, apparently we got a magical hand. And we now made a door opening. It's interesting that he didn't... Like that wasn't there. Ah. Okay, I guess that explains why he was trapped. Because the fire made the... Like, not the lintel, but like the two side posts of the door bend, and so the door kind of locked itself. Great.
Schattata e un cheu. Chi ha Jeremias lusatrau?
If Grandpa is still in here, what did Jeremias bury? Visit Grandpa's grave. This is not a good idea. We've seen the weird beings. And what did he bury basically means, like, okay, they're probably the guy who we reached out to. Who left us a gift by burning our hand. And the way that looks and how weird it is, I wouldn't be surprised if that either got some people to think, we're like possessed or something, which, fair, I think we are. Or worse, maybe it makes them think we were whoever set the house on fire.
Il maletg dil clavau in flammas es veneus.
The painting of the burning barn is gone.
Jeu stos en fla el, a quel cameliau el.
I must find it and its creator. Is that the palette? Or is that just a scrap? Yeah, I think that's a brush and a palette with still paint stains on it. Which in a black and white game is kind of weird. To have a palette with paints in different colors. Interesting.
Casa de tat.
Interesting, his barn is kind of far from his house.
Con l'ugezia raccontava dina a mi che la sei venuta costruita avon centenès.
It's at Grandpa's house. He used to tell me proudly that it was built centuries ago. Okay. This is weird because like it all looks basically like normal, like Switzerland basically. It's very like if you're in a rural area you see houses like that. I mean, it's usually sprinkled with a few more modern houses in between, or houses where you can tell like it used to be one like this and they've kind of renovated a bit. But this art style, where it's more sketch-like, but also not quite, makes it feel really creepy. Photorealistic but spooky? Not quite. But yeah, there's a certain sense of realness about it, definitely. And, like, well observed. But still, like, this drawing style it's an art style that doesn't make you feel happy. Everything feels kind of shrouded and dark. And that's really weird for me because like I realize, and that's not something that I had in my head before, that that like Switzerland for me is like usually a calm and restful and safe memory, and the kind of scenery that it has just radiates that safety. And now I look at this and it's kind of the same thing, but it doesn't feel safe. And green, yeah. And I mean, you see this, like there are plants growing here, but since it's all so gray and not, like it's not a black and white style. Like it's all kind of homogeneous, kind of the differences in contrast are comparatively low. And it's fascinating how like something that small can just like evoke such a different image. Sorry, I didn't know it would be so creepy. No, it's fine. It's still fine. I mean, it's, you know, it's on the level of Ethan Carter. I guess it just I guess I just have a little more connection to it, which, you know, is nice until now. So it feels kind of as if it was like made from plaster of Paris almost, you know, like glue and paper combined into a modeling clay.
Leusot la Cruz Gronda a il Senteri.
There by the big cross is the graveyard. Okay. There's more signs. Church on the right. Fountain on the left and bus on the left. Oh, I guess the spot where the barn is, maybe? Or what is the fountain? Ah, the fountain is up right. Graveyard, church. Here. That's also not uncommon in Switzerland. Like, often you have... Oh, like, so... Like, I think we had a fountain with this exact, like, grid construction. I don't know what that really is for. Is that so you can put a bucket on it and you know where to put the bucket? Or so smaller buckets won't fall in? I guess must be something like this. So this is probably like an underground well. But yeah, like this building style is like very common in Switzerland, I think. Like in the Alps and stuff like that. This is cool. This is just like, you know, things where you think, that might have been just, you know, the village I visited or something. And now you go here and you go like, well, this looks exactly like it. I guess this is a common thing. Although I think this might be in general more like an Alps thing. Because, like, I think even in Munich I've seen like a few fountains like that in like the suburbs and things. Ha ha ha! Rösterei Mundaun. Feiner Markenkaffee. Macht müde Männer mutig. So, roast, like coffee roaster Mundaun. Fine brand coffee. And then the bottom line says, makes tired men brave. I'm a bit surprised. Usually you would expect, instead of mutig, brave, you would have expected munter or something, which is more like awake or happy. It's interesting. And it's funny that that's written in German, not in Romansh.
Quels pretenden che quel caffè fece coraggio.
They advertise that this coffee will give you courage. AXI. Oh, I guess we don't have any keys.
Na, boschia.
That doesn't work. Nah, bullshit. Okay. Yeah, we don't really have anything else with us right now. I mean, the pipe kind of looks like it might double as a lockpick, but oh well. So I guess this is a spot we'll back to later. There's a cave or something over there. There's another, I guess, a lookout point up there. I see. So there's a weird cave down there. What happens if we continue? Oh, there's a few benches. That's a bit... Okay, I guess that's the lookout point. But usually they wouldn't put the bench that far forward. Like that would be probably be back there. Or if it was this close forward, there would be a railing here. Oh, you can even see your own shadow. Look, you can see us peek over the hill. Whee! Oh. Ouch.
Na, Boshia.
I guess this will be the first phrase I will learn in Romansh. Na, Bushia. That won't work. I wonder what that means literally translated. You know, it sounds more like na sounds like no, you know, like so the question is he maybe saying something more like nah, nonsense?
Ce fajne fotografie është blihate të Michael.
What's a faded photo of me doing here? Okay, this is weird.
Eine fotografie veglia da Maischka a fond e si la varta vosa eine schizza. Observați ci mai.
Has someone been keeping tabs on me? And it has this CIC symbol on it, which we saw. Oh, the front door is open. Muvel am Hang daheim. I guess that's an advertisement for the car. Muvel, so I guess that's that car or what, and it says like at home on the incline. Basically, Hang is like a downwards going slope of a mountain, I guess. So at home on the slopes, maybe even, but slopes kind of imply skiing, I think. There's always this moment. Oh, here it says FIC, so I guess that's the grandfather. And our logo is CIC. So I guess every person has like a symbol that corresponds to them. I only found the word Muvel on Retro-Romanish Swiss pages about cattle. Like meaning cattle, or it's a company named Cow. Yeah, good question.
Il Muvel maunca sil placat.
The Muvel is missing in this poster. Huh.
Quai om conosceu bo.
I don't recognize this person. It's hanging in a hidden spot. Maybe a tractor company. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that, like vehicles, like a harvester or whatever.
La casa de Tat. Quella glis d'ina candeila che svesa tras la finestra della combra de dormir.
Grandpa's house, there is candlelight coming from the bedroom window. That's fascinating.
La compagnia de Tat durant l'uiara, si la bandiera in soleil.
Grandpa's unit in the war, their banner shows the sun.
La persona il sinistra del tot, vesa buoschi in giuldau.
The person on the far left doesn't look like a soldier. Oh, a block of wood, I guess.
Pastors vid la lavura von biaons.
Farmers doing their work in days long gone. The guy on the left looks a bit like, with the darkened face, looks a bit like the guy we saw in the fire. That's a cool stairwell. That it's so bright kind of makes it look like it was recently renovated or something. I don't know. Okay. This needs a key, I guess. Oh. Light switch. That's also like a nice old... It's a bit weird though, because like the light switch... That kind of light switch is the one you put on top of something. When you can't, like, you know, make a hole and slide it in. Like it's an... I don't even know the English word for the difference between sunk-in light switches and screwed-on-top light switches. And so what that implies is there should be a sort of pipe going upwards. I guess this is it, maybe? So maybe it goes through the pole after all. But there usually you have a pipe that is on top of whatever it is through which the wires go. Locked from the other side or something, or blocked. Bathroom! Finally. Ah. Okay. And don't forget to wash your hands. What was that? Was a weird sound. It sounded like there were ice cubes coming out of the... Seeing ourselves in the mirror. Oh, the wall behind us. He has one hand. And we only have one eye. What's that? Ah. I think that wasn't here before, right? So I guess the wall opened up behind us. Oh, we're wearing some sort of backpack. Okay. Also, I think I used up the last toilet paper. Well, the mirror is here, but yeah, like on the other side it opened. What is that? Röteli. Sounds like it's some sort of booze. I guess that's all we found. What's that? What do we have in our hand? I don't know. I guess someone didn't pay the water bill, but the electricity is fine. That's a bunch of people hiking a mountain. And it's giving us the sounds. This is kind of cool that you look at stuff and it's a, oh, and that's the two peaks of the mountain. So they apparently went all the way to the top. And now this is the CIC sign. So is that my room?
Io hai provau de tinha venta, cura che filmava la pipa.
I tried to keep Grandpa out when he was smoking his pipe.
Io hasigliava quel tuffien.
I detested that smell. Yeah, so I guess...
Mia combra veglia, cura che io hai viveu tiertat.
My old room when I was living with Grandpa. Okay, we have a light. That's the church with the church bell, I guess. And someone stole a bunch of signage.
Cura che era lungurus, ma voglio giudò con intile strubes.
I used to venture out with a screwdriver when I got bored. So we haven't seen that ski lift yet. That bridge, I guess, and that beehive. The other signs we've seen. Outrageous, yes. We have a few soldier figures, I guess. And that seems like some sort of festival or something. They're carrying big cowbells. I think that's like some festival where the cows are taken out of the, like, taken down from the meadows or something. Oh, so if we have a candle, we could place it in that window. The colony. Some sci-fi story, I guess, of a domed colony on some planet. No mattress on the bed, though. So, what's up here?
Huh?
What a bizarre lock. That's a soldier. Oh, by the way, and there's a sled.
I ljorden dujara de tat.
Grandpa's things from the war are somewhere there. That's what I actually wanted to press. Another light switch. Can I take the candle? No. Wasn't there a candle here? No. Very weird. Can we take none of these? Oh! Yeah, why can't we? Can just sit down, we can't take any of these soldiers. That looks like it might be a key to that lock. If we can get both soldiers to hug. Okay, where does this go? Kitchen or something? Another oven or stove. We can.
Quel sai o dovrà aplitar per magasinar causas.
I can use this to store items later. Okay. Huh. Oh, I guess we have health or something. We ate some food. Weird. Make coffee optional. Okay, and this radio doesn't even make a noise. You can save your game manually at grandfather clocks. The game also saves automatically at key moments. Okay.
Ja sai proprio bodrumios.
I really can't sleep now. It said discovered radio frequency, but I don't remember it. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't see that.
Ina fotografia de tat durant l'uiara.
It's a photo of Grandpa from the war.
La mai cinciao da quei temps.
He never talked about that time. And I guess that's more like a counter. It's a bit weird. Sledding sounds. Furio. Zündhölzer. So that's again matches, but in German. It's kind of funny, but I guess that's a good reproduction of the experience in this area, you know, is that you're a minority language, so that you get a lot of items, labeled not in your language. Okay, and what's this? Looks like a... Oh, it has the sun logo, kind of like the flag of Granddad. Interesting.
Implacat per scurseladas de noite.
A poster showing night slaying.
Eu scurselava la dina scibugliente las pleuncas del Mundaun giù.
I love to slay on the slopes of Mundaun. Does it say anything about this one? No. I guess it's very nostalgic. Ah, now we're back at the entrance, so we don't even have to try that door. Okay, it said frequency discovered, you say? I guess let's leave it on this, just in case. Oh. Didn't even see those binoculars. Cute. When I look down, I actually have the binoculars slung around my neck. There on my belly. Yep, that's how you carry around binoculars. Usually. I wanted to go to the church. It looks like a half finished or half burned house, I don't know. Okay, looks more like an abandoned house, I guess. Oh, and there's the ski lift. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the ski lift base station? Fascinating. These stripes are probably a continuation of the hiking trail markings. Where... Oh, the one on the rock, you mean? Yeah, could be that it says, like, if you go down here, that's a difficult climb or something. Yeah, that makes sense. There are also ski lifts for objects, packages. Yeah, I don't know what this one is supposed to be, could be. Wait, was there something to interact with?
A caplote de Jeremias.
Oh, I think that interact was probably intended for when we're closer. Okay, I guess we can't go directly. We have to take a circle around. But I guess someone just either dropped off a package or went up there with the lift. Watch out, tunnel. Another point of lookout point and the church. Huh. Interesting. Oh. Wait, now I can crouch after all. Interesting, why is there...
Vesa oschi una sort microfon.
Looks like some sort of microphone.
Forse è el collegiaus col meccanism per aprir la porta.
Maybe it's connected to the opening mechanism for this gate. Okay. So maybe if it hears a cars approaching, it opens the gate. But otherwise it stays closed? I don't know. That would at least give you a good sign to run away, you know, and anyone approaching would slow down if they see a gate, so... Would be one way to avoid accidents, maybe? I don't know. The lookout point is for sketching what we see, I guess. And the bee thing is somewhere up there. Oh, and I guess we can only... We have to go through the tunnel that is locked right now to get to the bee thing. These goats sound so unrealistic.
Hallo, Bobetta.
Hey, little girl.
Biala scaures as.
Lovely goats you have. Is that a paper plane? Or a kite? Time passes. The heck?
Has tigrat montau il sulell?
Did you just move the sun? Well, I guess this is the only way we can go. And I guess this line is supposed to be a help or something. Can I... what button is the... settings, controls, mappings, crouch, actions, interact, fire, aim, cycle, equipment, R, inventory, journal, lantern. I don't know. She has good aim. A picture of a house. The same picture on both sides. On a hill.
La bubetta ha tremes in desegna mi.
The little girl sent me this drawing.
Si c'è il columbrivo della caplotta.
Something about the shadow of the chapel?
La bubetta si c'è il columbrivo della caplotta. Nessuna risposta.
No answer. It's locked, all right. Huh. The priest is in there. Hello? Oh, and I can just left click apparently.
L'ombrivo del clucè della caplotta muossa exactamente in quel grep.
The shadow of the chapel tower points exactly to this rock. Okay. You'd be surprised to hear that goats are actually much more articulate. At least the ones I've encountered were like... Well, actually, no, I think that was sheep. But like you expect them to go like bah or something like that. But they sounded like bah. Like really someone trying to actually pronounce a sheep sound. Bah. For a moment I thought it was
Pare sco Jeremia svessarau il senteri.
looks like Jeremiah's locked the graveyard. Everyone has locked everything. We can pull off the growth. Oh,
In beats up, Jeremias.
nice hiding place, Jeremy. Praise the sun. Find Jeremiah's key was the achievement. Maybe looking down picks up the binoculars again? Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think it works. Did the girl leave? Or is that farther back where she was? I think she was back there somewhere, so maybe we just can't see her. It's kind of weird that Jeremiah is in there and not replying. Weird boxes with maybe a sun logo, AXI. FIC. UIC, so there's nothing in the grave yet.
F e C. Florin camminada. Questo es esser la fossa de Tat.
F and C, so that's what these logos always are supposed to mean. First name letter and last name letter. Florin Caminada. This is where Grandpa was supposed to be buried.
La fossa è vitta.
The grave is empty.
Uras de discorrer cum plevon Jeremias.
Talk to the priest, Jeremias. Time to confront Father Jeremias, the priest. Yes. Let's have a quick look. RZ and MZ. And now he's ringing the bell. A and I. Me and I. Now you're starting a church. A mass or something. Weird. Oh nice, you could even see the bell swinging. It's slightly out of sync. Like the animation is a little slower than the actual sound. What's the priest's head doing? Is our hand attacking him? And our hand is kind of like folding back all the way. That's not good.
Tipus boy.
Oh, you again. This man and the priest doesn't look too healthy.
Sono dappertutto.
It's always me.
Grazie, che ti messo lasciò entrare.
Thanks for getting me in here.
Ultimamente demos so in simil trick aquels da Troia.
Not long ago, I taught some people in Troy a similar trick. Okay. Huh, some of the pews.
Så fast i kau. Assurinho mai brev.
Curtin, what are you doing here? Didn't you get my letter?
Bien dit, signor Plevon.
Greetings, Father.
Deus seja contai, meu filho.
May the Lord May the Lord be with you, my son.
Eu ai survinheu vossa breve, Jeremias.
I got your letter, Jeremias.
Vos vai escrito que tat sei de morte.
You wrote that Grandpa is dead?
Morts is het raus.
Dead and buried.
In feu can clavau.
A fire in his barn?
Fetch tragic.
Very tragic.
Il feinsto ave piau fiug.
The hay must have caught fire.
Deu tata sai pipa carazzada.
Your grandpa and his beloved pipe.
El sto esse se dormentaus.
He must have dozed off.
De coinas finiastras seradas con aices?
Why are the windows boarded up? Here in the church, he means, yeah. Well, yes.
Zou dat in stembrau?
It's in case of a storm.
Stembrau?
There was something on the radio.
Anque bolas iniciales de meu tats in quella chista de len.
Aren't those the initials of my grandfather on that wooden box?
F e C con il simbolo da flors. Florin Caminada.
Yes, F and C with the flower symbol. Florine Caminada.
Mira?
Look.
In a candaila.
A candle?
La candaila da patten da teu tat.
The baptismal candle of your grandfather.
Ti dois averla.
You should have it.
En vida ella questa sera von chi a let.
Light it tonight before you go to sleep.
Metta ella sin la cornice.
Put it on the windowsill
En memoria da Florin.
in remembrance of Florin.
Vos res manzegnas. La fossa de tat è vita.
You're lying. I found Grandpa's grave empty.
Vos lasciavan vos in quella ruina arsa.
You left him in that charred ruin.
Nu se vai în proau de purta la barra, ma nu se vai în boputiu tirela.
We tried to recover his body, but we couldn't get to it.
Ili ucas ale Deus.
The place is cursed. Don't go back there. I must prepare the sermon for Sunday.
Stai questa notte nella casa da tiu tat. Stai boccau.
Stay in your grandfather's house tonight. Don't linger.
Da bon vas in a vasco in prebus.
Tomorrow you leave on the first bus.
Spitiai, signor Plevon.
Wait, Father Jeremias. Put candle on windowsill. Stay overnight in Grandpa's house. That can't be good. He has a radio. We can't get past the altar. Dang it. Candles to light the way. graveyard and a church. Okay, we've seen those. I guess. Let's go back to the graveyard. It's dark at night. No better time to hang out in a graveyard, right? Ooh, the vignette.
Etse, Ursina camminada, la fossa da Tatta.
You and see Ursina Caminada, Grandma's grave. Yeah, okay, that's that grave next to him. Interesting that I don't think we got... Maybe I just didn't check again if something else was interactable. I guess it's saving. I guess this is an important moment. And Grandpa's hay is going up in flames. So that was another lie, right? Because he said like, oh, the hay must have gone up in flames. But the hay was out here on the rack. It wasn't in where he was. Okay. Okay, that's not good. They just gave us a weapon. No. And that door opened. Hello? I guess so now it's just caught fire. Wait, but that's not Grandpa's. I mean, Grandpa's hay rack looked similar. What? No. No. So we can set this on fire. But why would I set a house on fire? Setting a house on fire, baby. No. Okay. Can I save? Is there controls? Mappings? No, I don't think there is a save. Lantern. I guess we don't have a lantern yet. So we could set this on fire, but I'm not a vandal. Oop. Something's frightened you? Oh, that thing. What is attacking me? Oh, it's shooting at me. Okay. Okay, that was weird. There's the weird save clock. Like a guy turning his arm. Okay, that's... we haven't even... Ah! There is the monster. Person in there? I guess it's just sinking into the ground now. Okay, that was probably what we didn't see before. Did I lose the weapon? Oh. There's another one. Okay. It said the hay fork shattered. Okay. Oh, and there's another one. Ouch. Okay. Got this one, and it seems like that heals us. Dang it. I'm not sure I can get close enough before he fires again. Okay, this is weird. Ugh. This is kind of very, very awkward. So I think since I'm getting a little tired and we're slowly and this is very awkward to do, I think this is where we'll finish for today and then do a fresh start next Sunday. It's interesting, it's also very awkward. I wonder... difficulty. Okay, I think... yeah, we could switch this down one level if we can't get through it next time. The problem here is, like, it doesn't let me run during these scenes, so I can't approach the enemies. And after 3 shots from them, seems kind of too fast. That a walking simulator needs a difficulty sitting is also strange. Well, it's... I guess some people consider it a walking simulator because of the rest of the style of the game. But yeah, there seems to be some combat in it, which, you know, is fine. But yeah, it's an interesting game. I can kind of, like, I don't know, this combat thing, either I'm just not understanding something, It's maybe one of those scenes where you have to learn the order of events by heart and go the right way before you see it. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I did that a little bit already. Like I tried to stay left and kind of tried to stay out of sight. And maybe that's the trick, you know, to hide, to stay out of sight. And yeah, then in that case you can't really know that. I mean, I didn't even see the first guy the first time around. And now I know it's actually 3. And yeah, maybe I should go like around the left side of the house or something. Okay, I mean we have a few minutes more. Let's try this again. Okay, it won't let me run it all, which is a little annoying as well. And now it lets me run.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay, it broke, but I think I got him. So get the second fork. And now try to go around. I guess this hay pile is supposed to be the inspiration. That one is dead. Is the third one still there? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So let's head home. Oh, you can actually see that the pitchfork took damage. Doesn't sound good. Why did something hit me? It puts hay on you. Yeah, but like I didn't actually see it anywhere. Oh, there it is. Still there. Hello? It can't even... it doesn't react. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we were close, but I guess we have to get all 3 of them. So I guess I should spend more time walking around and finding the third one. Wait for it when it pops up or something. It was somewhere on that line of hay bales. Okay, but I think we'll do that next time. It's... I don't know, it's a weird choice. But we'll see. I mean, at worst, we do have the option to turn down the difficulty by 1. And since we're really close, my guess is not the difficulty by 1, by 1. Yes, by 1. The subtitles are sometimes a bit drunk, sorry. Yeah, anyway, this was an interesting experience so far. We're gonna continue that next week. I hope you enjoyed it so far. Yeah, you can tell that it's kind of an indie game, and I mean, not kind of, it is. I mean, it's published by Annapurna, so I guess at some point you have to say, does that still count as indie if it has a publisher? But it's like very indie from like game design smoothness and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. You Can't Sleep Tonight, probably. It is kind of the game that might stay with you. Yes, definitely. It's yeah, but I don't know. It's a unique game, and I kind of go like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a try. Also, I love, like, I haven't really heard much Romansh. Like, mostly I've seen signage, and so I didn't remember much except that from like the signage, it didn't sound too Latin. And I mean, it sounds kind of like it's spelled, so that totally makes sense. But yeah, since it sounds kind of like Portuguese, and I think Portuguese is a cool sounding language, you know, that bit alone makes me want to give it more of a chance. Like, otherwise I would have probably gone like, this game is a bit rough. But it's so unique that I've started playing it already, and you know, let's give it more of a try. And yeah, we'll see next time. Again, now it gets colorful. Haha, that will be fun. This will be a weird mix because I'm still black and white, the game is still black and white, but the ending screen isn't. Anyway, I hope you liked this. I hope you'll be back next week. Let's just call it a day then. Thanks for being here, and see you again next week, I hope. Bye-bye.